It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through New York. It's the Steelers and the Jets coming up next.
The snow sure has made the travel difficult all throughout the 5 boroughs and into New Jersey, but we are ready for football nonetheless at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
This one for the right to represent the AFC in Super Bowl 56 in L.A. Off we go. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led by Teddy Bridgewater in his 8th season now in the NFL.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense. Special teams running the football, but in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
A run with Jacobs there on first down, but he'll manage only a yard or two at best. Second down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Here's Hardman on the return. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback. 3rd season now out of Oklahoma, the former #1 overall pick, of course, Kyler Murray.
And we talked about it last week, the pressure of not just playing in the playoffs and now in the championship game as they try to close out a perfect 19-0 season. Of all the games they've played, though, this year, this is far and away the toughest one. If they find a way to win it, guess what the next one will be? The toughest one they played. That's what happens when you have a perfect record on the line.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. There's another truck, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
They'll run on first down. Samuel. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first down, Dillon flexing his muscle again. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run again with Dillon. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Joe Tryon there to make the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Buying time to his left. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Jack with a sack. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback. As
we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already, Robert.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Kingsley Keke able to get him for a loss of about 3. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Escaping the pressure right. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down. They'll run on first down. Samuel, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flushed out right. He's to the 10, and out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there. Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Dillon. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Dillon again, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A.J. Dillon, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Jets have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a first carry for their fullback. A solid stiff arm. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. A beautiful fake. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. He's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. On 2nd down, Dillon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamar Chase, 72 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. The Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Bridgewater now. And this is going to be incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, Samuel. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side. Samuel. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us as always as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 56 in L.A. Throwing on first down is Murray. Completes it to Hardman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review. So they have it right. Extra point, 2 to Snowflake, 2nd good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try to mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Bridgewater on first down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I would.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Jamar Chase
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let him prepare more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Washington's got it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
But first, let's look back to the NFC Championship game held earlier today. And it is the Detroit Lions who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this AFC Championship game. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Steelers. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Jets, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep...
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Well, the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter, and they have made this look easy. There's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. Samuel, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Now a give right side. Samuel, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. That's into the hands of Edwards. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We dominate today. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Bridgewater firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Calais Campbell. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the gun, Bridgewater. Being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To the right side and complete to Washington. And in for the Steelers touchdown. James Washington. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Bridgewater will try and throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
New York ready to go again offensively.
They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. The motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Deebo Samuel, 75 yards.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Pulls it in at the 13. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Bridgewater's throw caught by Higgins.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. That's exactly what he got done there.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Wilson's got it complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Personal foul, roughing the captain, defense.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Teddy Bridgewater. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll run on first down. Samuel. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Murray. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Dillon, room to run past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back to Dillon on first down.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing now is Murray. Flush to his right.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
tell me we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this where both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. They'll run on first down. Dillon, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there. Justin Tucker on the field goal, a 43-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And it will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
First down, Bridgewater.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield, and look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone, eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Ndamukong Suh with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And possession will switch hands. First and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. On first down, Samuel, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Samuel, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still third down.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down. From the gun, Murray. Flushed out right.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll run on first down. Dillon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go, let's go. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try and run. Dillon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
They'll run for it with Dillon.
Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown.
A.J. Dillon.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Jets are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field.
And their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Bridgewater.
And this will be caught by Edwards.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. The Jets are going to the Super Bowl as we say thanks for watching and good night.